Alright, so the newest DCEU film, Blue Beetle, has hit theaters this weekend. I'm a little late to the game, but I did see it on Sunday night. So let's talk about my thoughts about the new Blue Beetle right now. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing well out there. My name is Tyson, and we are here to talk about movies. We do movie reviews, movie trailer reactions, we cover major movie news, and we do movie rankings as well. Speaking of covering major movie news, my friend CJ and I, we just did a podcast that we put up on the channel a couple of days ago, and it seems that you guys have liked that kind of content, as we hope to be doing more here on the channel. So some of you have reached out, and I really appreciate that positive response that we've gotten about that new format, and we plan on having it stick around. So really appreciate the support there. We are also on the way to 1,000 subscribers here on the channel, and I would love to have you guys along for that journey. All right. So with that done and out of the way, let's get into Blue Beetle. But first, I want to say the SAG and WGA are still on strike, so make sure to go out and read up on that, because it's very important to understand why these guilds are going against the studios in such a major way and see what they're asking for. And it's just fun to kind of educate yourself so you can feel like you know what's happening in that world and you understand why kind of Hollywood is at a standstill and it's basically stopped like it is right now. So very interesting to go check that out, and we support all the guilds here on the channel. All right, Blue Beetle, the newest DCEU film. Not a part of the James Gunn universe. This was all done before James Gunn even came on board. And you know what? It's better than I thought it was going to be. It is a fun, family-centered film. It didn't work for me as well as I think it did for a lot of other people. I think it has like an 80-some% on Rotten Tomatoes. But you know what? It's a fun family film. Let's just get into kind of what it's about here. This main character, Jaime Reyes, is a very good kid, cares about his family, wants to get them out of kind of the mess they're in at home, money-wise, as he just graduated from college, ends up working for this company, and things kind of go astray from there as he gets this Blue Beetle power, not really knowing how it works or what it means, and the adventure continues from there. It is a very generic superhero movie. We have seen everything done in this film before, and it has been done better as well. However, that doesn't mean the film is terrible, and from the past DCEU films that have come out this year, being Flash and Shazam, Fury of the Gods, I like this one the most out of those two films. It definitely has a fresh take, it feels like, on the main character, because I like how the family is in on this super power, this new superhero that they're raising. I like how it's kind of a family event. And when that's done, it's not really done a lot. The time I can think about it is Miss Marvel. In Miss Marvel, we see Kamala Khan's family know she's the superhero, and I like that it's done that way. It just brings a fresh kind of take, I think, to the superhero genre, especially when you have these younger superheroes. They don't have to feel like they have to hide it from their family. We've seen how that's done with all three Spider-Man and all their films. We've seen the struggle. I'm glad we can kind of take a break from that and just see how it impacts the family as a whole instead of just this one person. So I really like how that's done here, and it's also the best part of the film is the strong family dynamic. You do end up caring about these characters, at least I did. The emotional support and the emotional aspect you feel about these characters is real, and it resonates throughout the film very, very well. Like I said, it is the center, and it really does tie and hold this movie together. But without that, or just with that part aside, I didn't really like the rest of the movie. It did feel too generic. Susan Sarandon is in here as the villain, and I mean, I like Susan Sarandon, but her character was weak. It was lackluster. It was just a throwaway villain, really. And the person that she has kind of go up against Blue Beetle too, I get his character arc and everything, but it just wasn't really done the best way possible for me. So that's a huge negative for the film. The story itself is fine, but it's bland, and it doesn't really one-up the movie in any way, shape, or form. And you just have to go with a lot of things in this movie. You kind of just have to turn your brain off. And I get that it's a superhero film, but still, you shouldn't have to turn your brain off for superhero films, I don't think. But this one you kind of have to, and you just kind of have to go with it. And I didn't really like how they explained certain things or how they didn't even explain certain things. So again, just kind of weak story wise. But George Lopez in here is great. I love George Lopez, always have, and he is making his return in superhero films. His last one, Shark Boy and Lava Girl. I love Shark Boy and Lava Girl here. But yeah, George Lopez was great in this movie. He was definitely the comic relief. The comedy in here is actually pretty good. You do laugh a good couple of times. I do like the suit of Blue Beetle. I like the way they kind of took the superhero itself. The character of Jaime is, we've seen the character before being this smart kid who wants to do right by his family, wants to do right by the situation he's thrown into. So, I liked the character of Jaime. Not like great or anything, but really good. And I really did like his dynamic between the suit of Blue Beetle. It kind of has its own personality. And I like that aspect of the film, and obviously I liked his relationship with his family as well. He has a love interest in this film. It's okay. It's not the greatest, but it's not the worst either. You just, like I said, you just kind of go with it, but you end up liking the couple in the end, and you understand why they're, well, together. But yeah, like I said, family in here is the strongest point. George Lopez is great. The relationship between the kid, Jaime, and the suit of Blue Beetle, very, very strong here. This was a film that was supposed to go right on HBO Max. But then Warner Brothers looked at it and said, no, we're going to put it out in theaters because we believe it's that good. And I'm really glad they did, because this does, from what I've been hearing online and from what I've seen too, this is bringing great representation to the screen, the first Latino superhero. And, it's always great when people can see themselves represented on screen. So I'm very glad that it made it to the big screen because of those reasons. And also, it's a good film. It's a good time. I'm going to score Blue Beetle a 6 out of 10. Like I said, it is bland, but it is still an enjoyable time in the theater, and that family dynamic really does hold this together. And anytime there's a strong family connection in a film, it makes me always end up liking it. So, with that being said, guys, let me know your thoughts down below on the film. What did you think of it? Are you going to go out and see it opening weekend? Or are you just kind of going to wait till it hits Max? Or do you think that the word of mouth is strong enough that it's going to bring people back to the theater to watch this one maybe next weekend? Let me know all that and more down below in the comments section. Guys, make sure to follow me on Letterboxd as well. I have one up there, and I've just started to really go hard on Letterboxd. I really like that environment and like that app. So make sure to check it out. Tyson_admit1. You can find me on there. I'll do, all the ratings of the films I see, and I have some fun lists up there as well. So make sure to check it out. All right, that's going to do it for me, guys. Let me know your thoughts on the film down below. And until the next one, I'll catch you then.